Hello. Welcome back to another video. So we are back on JustRP. We recently did a pretty big update involving a ton of stuff changed for both the restaurants, a ton of interiors moved and or changed, and a lot of new systems implemented. So starting off, we're going to be going over the two main new businesses that we added in, both Burgershot as well as a new noodle shop that we added in, and then we're going to be going into a couple of the other businesses that we had added in with this update. Again, I'm not going to go over everything in this video just because some of it, you guys are gonna have to find out in character for yourselves. I don't want it all to be, obviously known right off the start, but I'm gonna going over most of the main stuff that we did add with this update. So starting off, we added two new restaurants, both the Burgershot and the noodle shop. We'll see the noodle shop in just a second. We also added in the quote-unquote third eye option, so now you can use this to interact with different things on the map or in different interiors, as well as just a bunch of different things in general. So now, obviously we're going to have employees both at Burgershot as well as the noodle shop. Also, I am on the dev server. I figured it'd be a lot easier to show off these features on the developer server versus the live server. So starting off, we got a pretty basic Burgershot interior. Still pretty nice. You can obviously go inside the booth, stuff like that. It's pretty chill interior. Again, nothing too crazy, but a pretty nice interior overall. And first of all, starting off with some of the third eye stuff that was implemented. Now, if you go over to the registers, like say you bought something, they will give you a receipt, which again we will talk about in a little bit. You just go over here, go over to this, you left click, hit pay bill. It will come up with your actual bill, with someone actually would to charge you, and then you would pay it there. And then of course go over to this little tray, do the same exact thing, open the tray, then of course the food would be in there. It's very kind of pretty nice. Also, then if we go into the back room, of course this is where all the chefs and cooks would be. You can go over to the different ones. Of course, if you are working here, you can make different desserts. You can cook burgers, which you will need different ingredients for, which again we'll go into how you get those ingredients later. Again, not all of them, but you're gonna have to source these ingredients somehow, which forces the managers or the people who work at Burgershot to build relations with other players to actually be able to consistently supply their business. So it really leads to a lot of player interaction. You can also make fries over here for a potato. I believe you can also make drinks over here. Boom, there. And it says what different ingredients you will need for each one. Also over here, you can also do the little drive-through. You can charge customers through here. They can go through the drive-through, and if we go out here real quick, let's say we're in a car, we go through, we're able to actually go over here, do the same exact third eye thing and pay your bill here. And then once you're paid, open up the counter, grab your food, and you are good to go. So the drive-through is also a pretty nice area. Let's go back inside though real quick. And if we go back inside, as I said before, once the cooks or whatever are done making the food, they're able to just go over here, put it into this. Like say I put in my water, actually there's already a water in there. Say I put in this carcass, let's say that's a burger. And then of course the people at the counter, if they get an order for a burger, they tell the people in the back to make it. And then they come over here and they can just grab it, boom, open, and they can grab the burger and serve the customer through here by, of course, again putting it on this tray. Boom, boom. And then of course the customer, let me go on to the other side real quick, would be able to go over here, pay of course using one of the registers, then go over here again, open up the third eye, and take their burger from it. So it's a pretty cool system overall. Definitely seen on a couple servers, but it's definitely a pretty cool one. Then of course we also have the noodle shop, which we can go check out real quick. That's on the map, so I'm gonna go head over there. I'll meet you guys once we're at the noodle shop. But that's pretty much it for Burgershot right now. Again, having these two different competing companies will really make them definitely haggle for prices with the different suppliers. It will also force people to do different jobs they won't normally do, since these Burgershots are going to be looking for certain items. Like for instance, we did add in a brand new butcher shop down here, which we will also look at in a little bit, that you can get various things for the different shops for. You can process both, I believe, fish and different meats into burgers. Again, don't want to give it all away in this video, but we'll go over check the butcher shop in a second. I want to show you guys the other new restaurant that we added in the noodle shop, so let's go head over there. I'll meet you guys once we're over there. Alrighty, so located right over here, right north of this little EVGA bank and a bit north of the Burgershot, is this Noodle Exchange shop, which again on the live server there's a bunch of people working in. And of course you'll see in the coming videos we'll obviously have to go to these shops because of the new hunger system that makes your hunger go down a lot faster, meaning you'll actually have to come to these different restaurants to interact. We had also changed the price of food in convenience stores to be a lot higher to force or encourage players to actually come in and interact with other players to get their food instead of just, you know, purchasing it from stores. So it is still in convenience stores if you really need to, but again, it is a very, very expensive item just because, you know, we want there to be a lot more player interaction or promote player interaction on the server. So making it so it's very expensive to just go to convenience stores and buy it, and it's a lot cheaper to come to actual stores and buy it, really promotes RP on the server. So once you go over here, of course, there's the same things with the counters, with the different things in it, as well as, of course, the cashier to pay the bill and everything. But if we go in the back, they can craft a couple of different items different from the burger shop. Of course, they will use this cutting board over here for the prep booth. They can prep noodle or broth. I mean, they can prep broth. They can make noodles over here. I believe there's a couple other ones. Oh, this is just a noodle shelf, I'm guessing, where they store ingredients. You can, of course, make some stuff back here. Again, I'm not too familiar with it, so I don't know the exact locations to look. We go over here, we can fry it up. You can make fried ice cream. Pretty cool. I believe you can also make stuff over here. You can make that thing that I cannot pronounce. You can make a sushi roll, sushi plate, ramen bowl, pan fried noodles, and a poke bowl. No idea what any of those are, really. You know, I'm not, you know, that much of a food connoisseur myself. And then, of course, the same basic concept of being able to put it onto the tray. You pay for it and everything, and then, of course, the customer can pay the bill and grab the food. So basically the same concept at Burgershot, except it, of course, sells different food and has a little bit of a different vibe. Also, another new feature that we did add in, which you might have seen when I looked in here, is the newspapers. Unfortunately, I don't believe they work too much on the dev server since they do go off of the different ones that they sell in game, but there is now newspapers that Weasel News can actually make and produce. Again, we'll probably see them once we actually go into the live server, which we will near the end of this video, to actually go, you know, just go buy some food and see how it is, see if we can get a newspaper as well and check that out, because I believe they do update them either every day or every other day or something like that. And then the Weasel News employers are now able to produce and actually sell these newspapers. So a lot in this update, we're not even close to being done yet. So those are those two restaurants to get started. And as I said before, different players have to actually provide those restaurants with the raw materials to be able to make the food, which again promotes even more RP. So to do that, of course, you're gonna have to have a way to get those raw ingredients, and that brings us to the other new addition of the butcher shop. So let's go head over there real quick and check it out. All right, so now we are over at the butcher shop, or the butcher spot. So now, of course, this is one of the different ways, or this is one of the ingredients that you might have to sell to either the sushi spot or the noodle spot, as well as burger shop. So you can come over here now, and you're able to actually, I believe, if we look over at the conveyor belt, you're able to make fish fillets and burger patties. So if we have fish, of course, from fishing, there's now an actual use for them instead of just being able to sell them. You can fillet the fish and everything, and then go sell it to the noodle shop, which definitely adds a bit more RP. Here we have now the seafood that we can go sell. It's pretty cool, and of course, you know, obviously it facilitates a little bit more RP for the server in general, or for the players. So again, now you're able to come to the butcher shop, chop up some of the raw materials, raw fish, as well as, of course, the raw meat, to turn it into a little bit more desirable meat for the different shops that you can then sell it to, and again facilitates even more RP. That's gonna be pretty much it for the main majority of this update. The other part I want to mention is, of course, that I did say before that food goes down, of course, a little bit faster. We also added in a couple other things, which again, I'm not going to go into everything since some of it will get mitigamed, unfortunately, and then it's definitely a little bit more on the IC side. We also added in a new whitelisted tow truck job. So now, of course, players that were abusing the tow trucks from the regular job are no longer able to, and now it's an actual whitelisted job that players can now apply for, and of course, you know, get if they do it correctly, and then PD or EMS if they need to impound a vehicle now instead called the tow truck company, which again just provides further more interaction for the player base, as well as the cops and EMS, and of course makes a whole new whitelisted job, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So right now I think that's gonna be about it. I think we're gonna go head over to the live server now, though. Go, you know, grab something to eat, probably from Burger Shop or the Noodle Shop, see if we can get our hands on a newspaper, check that out, and then we'll go on from there. You know, maybe even if we crash our car, call a tow truck. Either way, I'll see you guys once we're over on the live server, going to go pick up some food and hopefully grab ourselves a fresh newspaper. Alrighty, so we are on the live server, and I also wanted to mention two other things. First of all, there is actually another restaurant. There is a third restaurant, but currently it's not on the map. You're able to find it if you want to. I will tell you guys, it is not very hard to find. If you just look a little bit around the city, you should be able to find it pretty easily. But unfortunately, the flower shop had actually I see burned down, so this was actually moved to a new location, I believe. Again, not going to be saying that in this video since you're gonna have to find that out for yourself, but the actual flower shop is now gone from there. Then of course there is also what I said, the third restaurant location, which again, if you guys do just look for it, it's really not that hard to find, but I also didn't want to give that away in this video just to, you know, make sure people don't metagame it. But again, oh Jesus, some people drifting. We're gonna check out the Burgershot. The server just did restart, so I don't think there's gonna be any employees. Yeah, so I'm gonna come back in probably 20 minutes or so, and hopefully then we're gonna be able to check out how the burger shop and the noodle shop actually work. But unfortunately the server literally just restarted, so there's probably not going to be any employees there for about a half hour or so, or for a little bit probably. So I'll catch you guys back once we are finally, you know, getting some food. Actually, we'll check if there is anyone working at the noodle shop before. Let's see. Might be some. Is there anyone working? There's a car here. Oh, there's someone in that car. All right, yeah, does not look like there is anyone unfortunately working at the restaurants right now because the server just restarted. But I'll cut back in just a little bit once everyone is settled into the server and people are back at the job. So I will see you guys in just a little bit. Alrighty, so we are back. We are at Burgershot. Hopefully there's some people working here. It looks like there is. Let's see what we can get. I'm freaking a little hungry, a little peckish. Ooh, let's see what they got. Hey,
Yo, welcome to Burgershot.
what's up? What's up? Actually, I've not been here before. What do you recommend?
Well, right up there we got the menu. It should be accurate except for the prices.
Okay.
Yeah, the meals are 150, and then individual items are 75.
Okay, the money shot meal if possible.
All right. If you look at the register.
Got you. I got you. Okay, let's do this. Boom. I think he has to actually make it for us first. Boom. There we go. There you go, my good sir.
Thank you.
Awesome. And then I believe I don't think there's any cooks right now, so I'm guessing he cooked some stuff you know, before, just waiting for some people to arrive.
That money shot meal, correct?
Yes please. Yes please.
Yes, sir. And right there on the tray should be your food.
Thank you, my man. Okay, then boom.
Come back
open.
in time.
Boom, boom, and boom. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it.
Of course, stay safe.
You too, you too. All right, sweet. We got ourselves a little bit of a meal for this morning. Pretty nice, pretty nice. This guy's walking. What's up, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Man's walking like a pimp over here. All right, so let's try out the food. Again, I got a nice money shot burger. Boom. Yummy, yummy. And then, of course, we got some fries to go along with it. Let's take off our mask, eat the food a little bit easier. And then, boom, we got the fries as well. Fill us up on food at least. So again, the food from here is a lot cheaper than you would get at these stores, as well as, of course, you know, it provides RP for people, so that's mostly the main reason for it. Now, again, there usually is a lot more people working here, I believe, but again, the server did just restart pretty recently, so I'm guessing everyone's just getting in and getting situated and everything like that. But I believe yesterday or the day before when we actually pushed this update, it was crazy. I think there was like 5 or 6 people working and a ton of people coming in for food and such. It was pretty cool, honestly, overall. So hopefully it continues to bring some good RP. Again, these supply routes and stuff that people have to create with it is also going to be really cool to see how people do it. We also might, you know, try some ourselves, you know, might try doing some hunting or fishing, see if it's, you know, worth profitable to be actually supplying one of them. Maybe, you know, start a company, or some people could start a company to focus on it and, you know, be the sole supplier for either the noodle shop or the burger shot. But either way, I think that is going to be about it for this episode. In the next video, I do want to get more back onto the getaway driving company and possibly do either our first job or maybe start looking for our first driver to hire. Again, I know I've been changing a lot of ideas with it. Reach out to me, number on yellow pages. Okay, we might have to reach out to him as well, which again, you know, we might see in the next episode. But either way, hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.